Hello. Let's talk today about, can I stop being bored? Being bored is not a bad thing. Your separated self is voracious. It needs to be fed in order to stay alive, and stimulation is its food. The separated self loves shopping, video gaming, TV shows, social media. All of these things are its grocery stores. When you don't feed the voracious beast, the self becomes more and more frantic. Your separated self begins to feel the pain of its isolation. The pain is boredom. Should you try to help yourself out? Sure. If you want to, eat, drink, and play. Or perhaps consider the possibility of a different choice. Perhaps think about not rejecting your boredom. Maybe don't try to make yourself feel differently than you do right now. Now, why should you not rid yourself of boredom? Because boredom is really interesting. Look intently at your boredom. Think about not giving it the name boredom. What does boredom feel like if you don't actually name it? How bad is it really? I think you'll see that it feels like a little contraction in the middle of your throat or your heart or your stomach. If you don't name it, but instead you just feel the sensation, you notice it really isn't that bad. It's just a little thing after all. Look at the size and shape of that sensation. Is the boundary of that shape sharp or diffuse? Does boredom have a texture? Does it have a color? Think exactly how different boredom is compared to the rest of you. Other than the diffuse contraction, is there really a difference? Can you tell where your boredom ends and you begin? You really can't. Boredom is really just like the rest of you, except only slightly more contracted. What happens if, instead of rejecting boredom, you embrace boredom? Can you stay in your boredom without acting against it? Your mind really doesn't want you to do this. It's going to be painful. It says, "Don't you care about me?" it whines. But after a while, you find that the boredom seems to loosen. It becomes more transparent. It begins to evaporate. Boredom really wasn't the problem you thought it was after all. It's more like the shadow of a monster on your bedroom wall when you were a child. The monster turns out to be the clothes in your chair. It was nothing at all, actually. You can put away your childhood dreams and illusions. There is nothing here that can hurt you. You are much vaster than anything you can imagine. Powerful, loving, and graceful, you can ask for nothing else but who you truly are.